Welcome to your Miami home buying guide. I'm Anthony Johnson. If you're new to the channel, I am a real estate agent here in Miami, and I'm also the creator of Audio.com. And in this video, we're going to talk about making an offer. When you're in the process of buying a home, it is a necessity that you make an offer, and it is very important that you're strategic and you include all the necessary documents to accompany that offer. When submitting an offer, the contract that you're going to send is going to be the most recent standard contract. In Miami, the most used contract is the as-is contract, and we'll talk about contracts a little bit more in a different video. So things that are going to be on this contract is going to be the price, the target date, your contingencies, your terms, the earnest money deposit that you're going to put into escrow, your request for a final walkthrough, and a time limit on that offer. There's a bunch of other things, but those are the main things that are going to be on this offer. If you're financing, you're going to have to include a pre-approval letter showing that you're able to take out a loan or have been pre-approved for the amount that you're offering. Now, if you're paying cash, you're going to have to submit proof of funds. That can be a letter from your bank, or it can be bank statements. Now, sometimes buyers include a cover letter or a love letter, pretty much saying how much they love the property and telling the owner more about themselves, so on and so forth. It could be helpful, but to be honest, especially when we're talking about condos in Miami, most of these homeowners are investors and money talks. So it's going to boil down to who's offering the most and looking to close in the shortest amount of time. So again, it could be helpful, but realistically in Miami, especially for condos, it doesn't make a huge difference. So there's two common contingencies when it comes to an offer. That's going to be a financing and inspection contingency. So with the financial contingency, if you're not able to finalize your loan for whatever reason in a certain amount of days, you may be let off the hook if it's out of your control. With the inspection contingency, it's a certain amount of days, typically 10 to 15 days, where you're able to have an inspector go out and check out the property. And if that report comes back and is something major that you're not looking to fix and the seller won't fix, you can back out of it and not have any type of repercussion. Now, I spoke a little bit about multiple offers before. The basics of multiple offers is pretty much the homeowner has three choices. They can either accept the best offer, counter all offers, or counter the one that is closer to what they want. So the first thing that you want to do if you're in this situation is to establish if you really want this property. If there is multiple offers on a property, it's a good chance you're going to have to pay more than what asking is, or more than what it's even worth. So you want to make sure you know if you really want this property before you go forward and try to go into a bidding war with someone else. So if you decide you want to bid in a multiple offer situation, some things that you may want to do are, first and foremost, offer more. Again, make sure you're ready to pay more than what they're asking or what it's worth. You want to also look at contingencies. You may want to waive some contingencies, such as the inspection. You may want to waive an inspection. And if you're financing, you may want to put more down or put more money in escrow. When it comes to offers, sellers want to see more money in escrow because it shows them that they are more serious about buying a property. So a counter offer is simply you make an offer and someone counters. If you want to counter, you can also counter. So if you make an offer, let's say the property is for $400,000, you make an offer for $375,000. The seller can counter at $385,000, and then you can counter at $380,000. So that's what counter offers are. If you're not familiar with counters, it's the same thing that you would do if you were looking to buy a car or anything else. If you're buying something off of OfferUp or Craigslist, you'll make your initial offer. They'll come back and say, hey, no, I want this amount. So to wrap up, once you submit an offer and your offer is accepted, it has to be fully signed and executed. So once the contract has been signed by all parties, you are now going to be under contract. And that's when all the fun begins. This is when you have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to meet deadlines. And this is when things get serious. And we're going to talk about all the steps in between the contract to closing and other videos. So I'll see you in the next video.